Hi, I'm Bill from CJ Pony Parts. We're big fans of lighting upgrades to your early Mustang, with sequential taillights being one of the most popular. The only drawback to these sequentials is the driver of the vehicle really never gets to see them. If you're lucky enough to own a 67 through 70 Mustang with a factory hood-mounted turn signals, Scottrade came out with this unique product that replaces the factory bulbs with these LED sequential panels. Today we're going to show you how to install them using our 68 Mustang Coupe. The kit includes detailed instructions and has a plug designed to plug right into your factory wiring. Gives you the control box, wiring out to both LED panels, foam tape for mounting, mounting screws, and wire loom. For this installation, you need a 1/4-inch ratchet, 3/8 deep socket, 1/2-inch socket, short extension, Phillips head screwdriver, and wire cutters. Just like any electrical installation, first step is disconnect your battery. Once you do that, we're going to pull the plugs out of each individual housing and then disconnect the main harness down by your hood hinge. Now we'll separate the lens from the housing. At this point, you want to check your seal, make sure it's good. If it is worn out or dry rotted, it's a perfect time to replace it. The harnesses are side specific, with the longer harness going to your passenger side light. Before you install this in the housing, install the supplied tape to make sure there's no contact between the solder connections and the metal housing. Now we'll fish the wiring harness through the housing. We'll get the grommet into place. Before you set the light in the housing with the lens, you take a close look, you'll see there actually is a perforated edge right on the LED panel. These have to be removed for it to fit properly into your housing. You want to push the ground wire also through the grommet. If you have it come out through the top, it's not going to seal properly. Now you can see how the LED panel will fit into the housing. We're ready to reinstall the lens. We can reinstall the lens. The last step before you mount it on the car is to ground the LED panel to the housing using one of the supplied screws. And we can reinstall the housing in the car. Now we'll repeat the process with our driver's side. Before we fish the wire, we're going to pull them straight out and just twist them up a little bit, make them easier to run. And we're going to start removing the existing wire looms, take our old wires off, and install our new wire. Now we're going to tape our new harnesses to the original harness and use that to fish it down through the hood. Before we fish it through, we're going to remove the original mounting screw down here and the original ground. To do this, you got to cut the original light sockets off. Just leave enough wire in case you ever want to use them again for any reason. Now we're going to disconnect the original harness. Plug our lights into our box, and we got to figure out exactly where we're going to mount the box. Plugs into your factory harness, so we'll plug it in here. We're going to put some tape over the harness and protect it in our engine bay. Since the control box is nice and light, we're going to use some double stick tape to hold it to our firewall instead of drilling new holes. We're going to reinstall the factory connector down here to hold it to our hood. And then we're going to ground it to our hood hinge. And our installation is finished. Now we can hook up our battery and we can test out our new lights. First we'll try our driver's side left turn. Cool, works perfectly. Try the right. Cool. Check the hazards out. Cool, worked perfectly. Give our 68 a really unique look. Our Scotch Drake LED sequential turn signal is one of those real small touches that are really cool when you're driving your car. Installation should take you no more than about an hour. You'll be back on the road in no time.